you'll notice the yards have already been graded. They kind of slope towards the drains. The drains are already installed. The drains get the water out of your yard. So basically, we just like for you to keep with that theme. You know, keep the drains as they are. You can add more to them, but don't eliminate them because they've been placed strategically to get the water from your yard out of it adequately.
Okay.
Same with the rain gutters. You've got gutters, you've got downspouts. They've all been installed so that when it rains, we get the water out of there.
Okay.
Pretty much over here, the only thing you'd need to worry about is, so you see the big plastic pipe that's coming out of the plaster right there? It's kind of like an elbow. So that is tied into the drain in the laundry room. So water shouldn't come out of there, but if it does, we need to investigate why water's coming out of it. It's probably got something to do with your washer machine. It's kind of like an emergency backup, so it doesn't flood the house. There's a drain in the floor, so it comes out of there instead of flooding the house.
Okay, great.
So under normal working conditions, nothing should come out.
Yeah.
So if it does, we need to investigate.
Okay, sure.
Same with this little pipe. That's the air conditioner.
Air conditioner.
It creates condensation in its normal course of working. It's designed to drain that condensation into one of your sinks, but if that sink was clogged for some reason,
It will come out here.
it's going to come out of there.
Okay, great. So
It
either of
shouldn't.
this pump. Okay, so either of this pump, whenever something comes out, that means something wrong.
There's a problem.
Okay.
Yep.
One is
They're kinda
laundry,
like
one is
backups.
AC. The bigger one is laundry, the small one is AC.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are basically just accesses to the drains. So if you ever had like a blockage or a backup, that's where the plumber goes
Yeah. it would
to
just
clean it
stick
out.
there. Yeah.
And there's some in the garage, there's some out here.
Okay.
So that's the same concept as the drain lines.
Oh, the
Plumber.
drains. Oh, okay.
So they could go there, they could go there.
There, the
Wherever
bicycle.
they seem that it would be necessary, they'll know what to do.
Okay.
But they're just caps, you don't have to worry about them. This will be your garage door opener when we have power. You'll just push this button, okay? So it's got a built-in battery backup. So if we lose power for whatever reason, you should still be able to use that button to open and close the door. If for some reason the power is out for an extended period of time, even that obviously is going to run out of electricity. Then you'll just pull down on this, and then you can open and close the door by hand.
Okay.
Right here below it is the garage light. That will turn on that light when we have power. There's a few of these throughout the house. They're called vacancy switches. So what they do is when you turn the light on, if you leave the room and in about 5 minutes or so you haven't shut the light off, it'll shut itself off. It's a code thing, and we're trying to be more energy efficient. Yeah. So they don't turn the lights on when you, it's not a motion detector. It doesn't turn it on when you come in the room, but it will shut it off if you forget.
Okay. That's a heater, right?
So that is your hot water heater.
Water heater.
And basically it's called a tankless hot water heater. So it doesn't store the water, but it always gives you hot water.
So water goes through it.
It goes through it and it never runs out. It just keeps churning that hot water through.
Great. So it's need gas, right? It's a gas
It is
water.
gas currently. Yeah. With the hot water heater, it's got a 5-year warranty.
5 years.
But you have to maintain it 1 time per year with the plumber.
Okay.
So the plumber's going to come out, any licensed plumber, that's the guys that installed it right here. You can use them if you want.
Ah, okay.
But you can use whoever, just make sure they're licensed and keep the receipt. They come out, it's like a 30-minute service. They just clean it, flush it out, make sure it's working correctly.
Yeah.
And that'll maintain that 5-year warranty.
All right, great.
It's got a recirculating pump attached to it. I'll show you how to operate that inside. But basically the way it works is if you get up like early in the morning and you know you're going to jump in the shower, you know, like right now you have to get in the shower, turn on the hot water and stand there for 5 minutes until the hot water starts coming out, right? If you can just hit a switch, that'll do the job for you without wasting all that time and water. You hit the switch, this thing generates hot water throughout all the pipes throughout the house, so then you're ready to go right out the gate.
So it's right out the tap, it's going to be hot.
It's going to be warm and then it'll get hot.
Okay, yeah.
Right. Instead of, again, we're just trying to be energy efficient.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
kind of a code thing.
Yeah.
You know, why waste all that water standing there unnecessarily? So there's a switch in the kitchen and one in the master bathroom.
Okay.
They both do the same thing, they activate that pump.
Okay, great.
Next week I'll show you actually how this works because we don't have power. But basically, probably wherever you are now, you have these GFI switches. Basically, it's anywhere there's a wet location. Garage, outdoors, kitchen, bathroom, laundry room. That is a safety device to keep you from getting electrocuted if it gets splashed with water. It'll trip itself off so that you don't get shocked. And I'll demonstrate that when we have the power up and going. This one here is the exact same thing, but it's designated specifically for the garage door opener.
Okay.
So if you were to try to open the garage door and it didn't work for some reason, check this.
Okay.
This green light should be on if it's got power. So if it green light's not on, push the button.
Okay.
Over here are your fuses. We already talked about that. That's your electric vehicle charger. So it's ready for you.
Yeah.
Here's your fuses. Can't really test them right now. We don't have the power, but I'll show you how to reset those when we do. Those there are transformers. Basically, the power in the house is 110 volt. There's certain things like the little address light and the doorbell. They only take like 8 volts. So that reduces the voltage down.
Okay.
So I know they're ugly. We're not supposed to cover them. They just stay there. There's no maintenance or anything, but try not to cover them. Or if you have cabinets installed, make sure they cut out a little bit so it can breathe. You don't want to like just get it totally buried.
Okay. Sure.
这个会发热。
减压器。
Fire sprinkler controls are inside here. Again, no maintenance, nothing you need to worry about. If we had a problem with the fire sprinkler, the plumber comes here to turn it off and adjust it and do his thing. But as far as maintenance, there's none. If you needed extra parts, there's extra parts up here.
Oh, nice. 可以换自己去换哪里面，喷头换。
This is your water meter. So basically, if you have a problem with the water, like you got a pipe leak or a toilet's overflowing, whatever, just come out here quickly, pull up on that white handle, and now there's no water inside the house, going to the house.
Okay, so it's like.
So that's it. That's
it's
all
like
you would do.
the main thing, right?
Well, it's
All the water is from this pipe.
everything except for the fire sprinklers.
Okay.
By code, the fire sprinklers have to go directly to that meter.
Yeah.
So if there was any water issues, come here. But if it's a fire sprinkler, you have to go there.
Okay.
The most important thing I'm supposed to tell you about the house is it is built upon this special foundation, okay? This foundation is built for earthquakes. So basically the way it's constructed is you've got this concrete here, and then they put these cables inside the concrete, and they torque them up really tight. And then when the concrete cures, it holds everything together tightly. And that's what the whole house is built upon, that foundation. Great foundation, works great in earthquakes, keeps the house intact. The only problem is we don't know where all those cables have been placed, and they're under so much tension that we don't want to ever damage one. So we say don't drill or cut into this concrete.
Okay.
This
and that,
four slabs.
it's everywhere throughout the whole house.
Okay.
This is not. This is not.
This is
part of
okay,
it.
but this is.
But from here throughout the whole downstairs of the house has this special foundation. So just no drilling, no cutting. I don't know why you would want to.
Yeah, probably because this guy have one Ferrari, one Lamborghini.
So you want
So
to
they
wrap.
have lift, yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
I have seen.
They have a Raptor, so he couldn't figure that out.
Actually, the one time I did have to tell somebody to stop was when they were trying to mount the weightlifting
Oh,
to the garage
And
door.
onto-
And the guy was in there drilling
Ooh,
the holes.
that's-
And I'm like, no, that's what I told you. Don't drill into this. And then one more time, somebody was trying to cut a big hole in the closet downstairs to put a floor safe. I'm like, come on. That's what I said. Don't drill,
Yeah.
don't drill. It's very dangerous.
yeah, your
You know,
floor
the
is.
problem is if you hit one of those cables and you damage it, it damages the house, okay, but that could be fixed. But it'd probably kill the person doing it because it would be like an explosion. So that's why it's very important that you know. You can always do an epoxy coating on the
Yeah.
top if you
Yeah.
want. Paint the floor, no problem. But just don't drill. So you got your Ring doorbell, you'll download the application, and right out the gate, for free, you will be able to communicate with somebody out here via audio and visual. Okay?
Nice.
But live. What it's not going to do, it's not going to record anything. So if you want a recording, you have to pay for their subscription service.
Yeah.
And then again, that would be between you and Ring. But you can talk live time through here, no problem.
Through app, like
Through the app on your phone. You don't have to be home. But you know, if you want to know what riffraff is going on while you're at work or gone, it's not going to record it. You'd have to pay for that service.
这个挺好的。我们可以每个窗户都开一下什么的，看看窗户有没有问题，有没有缝，有没有碎。
它这个风险是，比如说我们这次发现了的话，那它会在这一周内给我们弄好，还是？
它就是尽可能吧，只能说尽可能。比如今天没法检查，比如假设他说，哎呀，这个煤气不好，坏了，那他要去订配件，那没有到也没有办法。我们来检查一下啊，门窗都把它打开、关掉，看看有没有问题。能不能锁住？能锁住 ，OK。
So basically, everything is ready to go, like I said, outside with the cable. So you can hang your TV here. There's your power.
That's a
It's a hollow tube inside the wall. Take this off. Take that off. You can hide the wires.
okay.
So that's all it is. It's a hollow tube that you can hide all the wires. So you're up and going with Cat 6. That's the maximum everybody's got. That's what you need. It's totally ready to go. The other thing they did for you too is they put in a switch, and underneath that cover is an electrical box so that you can put like a ceiling fan or a chandelier, anything of your choosing. All you do is you take that cover off, and you light, and the wires are already there, the switch is already there, you're already ready to go.
他们这个底下都很粗糙的，没办法，我看到过更粗糙的，就是直接一个木头就凸出来了，木刺。这个耳环这边算做的 OK 一点的，因为它不是一块石头。
对，它不是一块石头，它是靠空的。
对，不是，它是一块石头，但这边是边，你知道吗？它没这么厚，这块石头没有这么厚。
这块石头其实只有那么厚。
对，这个是 edge。
那你换一个想法，如果你想加个灯带在这一条的话，
对，
它就可以
做个隐藏灯。
是吗？
这样晚上的话，
对，在里边搞一小条 LED。
哦，哎，这个好像不错哦。
晚上亮就没有。
那你怎么插在哪里呢？用电池的吗？哦，
插座椅。
哦，插在这里。
对，插在这儿，那个小灯一打开。
哎，不错，哎，蛮有感觉的。
很多人说这个 sync 有时候它
怎么样？
很容易会他见过我们之前遇到过的那个，就是我们那有一个就是专门做水管这个有一个老哥，他就说这个 sync 啊，如果你里边东西放太多，它会整架垮掉。
这太牛逼了。
对，所以说他当时他帮我们在加拿大那边家里做了一个加固，它其实这个东西是 glue down 的，你知道吗？它只是用了眼玻璃胶把这个东西粘住，如果东西太重的话，它会往下垮掉。所以说当时那个老哥是干嘛呢？他在这个地方打了2个孔，在那边打了2个孔，然后呢用一个木条把这个盆端住，就是他做了一个加固。
How is there weight limit like for this sink?
To do what?
The sink gonna drop if you put too many plates in the sink? No.
It's been reinforced, secured.
Okay. They do it correctly. Because
People do all kinds of weird things in the sink. They bathe their dog, they bathe their children.
Oh, that's big enough.
It's
All right, yeah,
it's
that's
been
a good place to
reinforced.
finish. Yeah.
Yeah, let's put the cat in there.
Oh
See what
yeah, I
happens.
see the reinforcement. Yeah， 那他们打了一圈，看到没？他们来这个里边这边他们打了一圈，那就好。Yeah, like the sink we had at our my parents' house.
That's how you will turn on the garbage disposal when we have electricity.
Okay.
And this device here, see the little holes in it?
Washer.
What happens is if this gets plugged up or the dishwasher gets plugged up, instead of flooding the kitchen, material comes out of there and you say, hey, I need a plumber.
Okay.
Nothing should come out of there, just like those other.
Just that two other.
这个你这个洗碗机，你东西不是里面有那个
残
残留物吗？
对
你一定要冲干净嘛。那有人不注意，没冲干净就弄了之后啊，就堵在那个管道里，堵在那个管道里，它的污水就会对就会回过去。如果回过去不就污染了吗？它不让它回过去，让它这里出。所以你这个东西一定要对着外面。
对。
这是放锅的嘛？你很大的，你放锅很方便啊，你用炒锅啊、蒸锅啊，就一个个放在里面嘛。不然你放在这个柜子里面，你还得弯下腰去把它们找出来。
不人道。
对，不人道。对。还这底下也是有用，这种大的抽屉都很好。你底下还有一个大抽屉，这是微波炉，也可以当烤箱。
啊，也可以当烤箱。
对，它也有烤箱功能。
So this is the button I was telling you folks about, the hot water heater.
Oh yeah.
So you have one in the kitchen and one upstairs in the bathroom. You're just going to push that like that, and the green light's going to come on. When the green light's off, it means you have your warm water.
所以那就等于是整个屋子的热水闸。
它是2楼有，1楼也有。
对，就相当于是什么呢？就是你如果不开这个开关的话呢，你这些水管里的水管它会慢慢冷掉嘛。冷掉以后，等你要重新要用热水的时候，你得开一会儿，然后慢慢水才慢慢对。但是你开了这个开关以后呢，它会不停的自动帮你循环水管里的水。
那费电吗？
它只是会循环那一会儿，就你摁一下，它给你循环一下，循环好它就关了。
循环好就是有热水的，打开。
比如说你想用热水洗碗，你就摁一下。
摁一下，你就第一次就是你比如说已经在用了就不需要，热水已经出来就不需要，但是可能又过了几个小时你又没用了，你就摁一下，等30秒。再开。
Similar to downstairs where I showed you they have the caps, the builder put a cap with the light switch. It's the same thing in here, but they actually install the temporary light for you. So you can leave the light if you want, but this is the same system.
Turn on?
You could take that light off, and it's actually a reinforced electric box already wired to one of these switches.
Okay.
You could do your ceiling fan there also.
Oh, ceiling fan.
I love ceiling fan.
So in the bedrooms, in the center, you could replace it with something that requires more weight.
Okay.
It's been
It's
designed.
reinforced.
Yes.
Okay, great. 他们这些都是加强过的，所以说
我有点后悔，我家没有升级这个，我升级了这四个灯，但没有升级这个灯。
啊，
啥意思？为啥？
就是你有一个这个接口，你就可以挂那种比较可爱的灯嘛。然后你有小孩的话
或者，是风扇。
对啊，就可以让这个房间有一点自己的调性出来，不然都是很工业化的，都是感觉大家都一样。
你一开你必须全开，这个房子很亮。
对。
他这个房子做工其实已经比很多温哥华那边的印度建商要好很多。
为什么那边都印度人做的？
温哥华基本上房屋建筑这一块被印度人包干。
不是老莫，那边没老莫，
那边是印度人。
那是老印。
那边是印度人。
就
我们家那个房子，我们家那个房子当时是印度建商做的嘛，然后1年保修。
1年保修。
对，让马桶一般你知道这马桶其实马桶下面它有一个那种比较厚的那种，就是像肥皂一样的一个胶圈，来防止它漏水。
对。
然后那些印度人为了省钱，用的是这种薄胶圈。然后呢，
就漏了。
就我们做了2次，就开始漏，你知道吗？在下面吃饭，上面一冲水，那个冲的那个水就从那个顶上漏到出那饭厅来。
我去！哎呀，我去！
然后所有我们去了嘛，把所有马桶搬开，发现他们用了很薄的那种胶圈，后来就换了厚胶圈。
那现在这是薄的还厚，看得出来吗？
这看不出来。
So we could just review a couple things while we're right here so I can show you visually.
Yeah, sure.
So there's 3 things that are going to be the most important things for you to keep in mind as far as maintenance. Okay. So one is the hot water heater. Have it serviced once per year. Okay. Maintain that warranty. You'll want to do that even after the 5-year warranty expires, because what happens is sediment and minerals build up in there, and it starts to diminish your water pressure. So I would still have the plumber come out once a year, have it serviced. You'll have the full pressure inside the house.
Great.
The other thing you're going to have to keep in mind are the smoke detectors. They're hardwired with electricity, but if the power goes out, they still have to be operational via a battery.
Okay.
The battery has to be replaced again 1 time per year.
Yeah.
So those are 2 items 1 time per year. The 3rd item is going to be your furnace filter, which is located right inside here. You're going to pull the tabs to the side. The door comes down. There's a filter inside.
Okay.
You're going to have to do that every 4 months.
Every 4 months. Filter. Okay.
Yep.
这个每半年换一次。
半年到4个月。
这个是
对对，这个
冷气还暖气啊？
冷暖一样的，它就是
加整套新风系统。
新风，对对对。
新风系统的这个滤网。
你就看看这东西脏了嘛，这是白的嘛，脏了就变灰了嘛，那你就要换。
我们可以自己买白的自己换。
对你一次买个几个，
它有滤
都买一点。
So you can just run it down to Home Depot, or you can get on a service with
那
Amazon.
这20乘30乘3，这个是厚的，这个是贵的，普通的是乘1，这是乘3，
乘3。
对，你就买这种厚的。
亲爱的，你拍一下这
They'll send
个。
you one every 4 months, so then you'll remind you. It's gonna run out that pipe outside.
地漏。如果有。
这个是什么呀？
这个是
排水
该走的水管。
对，本来该走
That's
的
the
水管。
drain for the washing machine.
然后这个是烘干机的那个排风口的接口，看到没有？
对，
So if you'll notice also, I don't know if you have a dryer already or you're buying a new one.
Or buying new one.
Okay, you're gonna need to make sure it's gas. They'll ask you if you
Gas.
want gas or electric.
gas。
This is gas.
Gas dryer。
烘干机必须是 gas，然后洗衣机也是必须是 gas。
没有，洗衣机是电的呀，洗衣机跟。其实好多现在都是洗烘一体，不过无所谓了，到时候买2台。
The washer doesn't matter, it's standard.
Yeah.
Don't worry about the washer, but they're gonna ask you gas or electric for the dryer.
OK。
We supplied gas.
OK，great。电是所有的线，到时候他们要来这儿接一个 modem， 然后在这儿插上。
Exactly, that's where they put the modem.
Yeah, I watch them do that every time, so I already
Cool.
know like, which line to cut. I even has this kind of tool, like I even know like the orientation. Like, sometimes I can't even do it myself.
Excellent.
Yeah.
It's kind of a pain, I know it's in the ceiling, but
Excellent. No problem. That's my job.
Hey Mark, can they clean this?
Sure.
Many stains. Oh,
So now those box USB charger.
Yes, sir.
some glue.
这是无所谓了。
They can clean. They can clean here too. Here and more here.
会，它还没刷呢，就是这两天就在下雨。它这房子整个外面全部还要重下雨。
Oh, here, floor. Here. 你看你这个上面多大呀，对吧？这个多舒服啊！多一层是贵一点，但是
这个比很高。
对呀、
它的 unit price 因为这一层就很一下很划算。
对，而且你大公园很多3层的，如果你2层，你就有一点点矮。
大趋势就是要3层，
对，它就是
越来越高。
它就是4层。
哇，它这是什么魔鬼？怎么会有一个在地上？
啊，这个是他们规定的，就是说每隔多少个 feet 一定要有一个插座。那么这边没有墙，它这边如果是墙的话就在墙上，那没有墙只能在地上。
So the cabinets are wood underneath. They're called thermofoil. So they're wood underneath, and then they have like a plastic laminate that's baked on the top of the wood. So they're really good. They're really durable. They'll last forever. Just be gentle as far as cleaning. Soft cloth, warm water, pretty much all you need. Maybe a mild detergent, just nothing harsh. It will damage the finish if it's too harsh, or if it contains granulars that are like sandy. You know, like Comet. It's kind of got that grit to it.
Yeah.
You don't want to use something like that, it'll scratch it.
OK。
Same with these countertops. So it's called quartz, and it's a very hard finish that they don't even say you need to seal. So it's so hard it won't even penetrate stains or anything. But they do recommend that you keep it clean and dry.
Okay.
And you want to keep it really dry, especially in these areas, because if it stays wet, the minerals in the water and the salts will accumulate there, and it gets kind of like crystally and yellowy. So if you just keep it clean and dry, it'll last forever. And the other thing you want to make sure is when you take a hot pot from the stove onto the counter, use a pad. Don't put it directly on the counter.
You're correct.
Yeah, they say it's heat resistant and it won't be an issue, but I'm just saying I would put it on a
Yeah,
pallet.
for sure. Yeah. That's what we always do, so no problem.
We talked about the little holes in the windows, make sure those stay clear. Like once a year with a vacuum attachment, just suck those things out.